everybody. Come on in, come on in. Thank you all so much for being here. For anybody new here, hi, I am Maggie. You may know me from my cooking channel. I make food and femininity content. So I am so excited. We are counting down today, and I have a very special guest who's going to be joining us in class. You all know her and you love her. Lauren is our travel agent, and we are planning the second annual Maggie Meetup Cruise. It is not too late. We are 120 days out, so today is another Q&A where you can ask all of your questions. Lauren is going to join me in the class and let you all know what we can expect on our second annual Maggie Meetup Cruise. She booked it for us last year. We did Royal Caribbean and had an amazing time. But some of you all said you didn't want to travel with these kids. So this year we are going to be traveling on Virgin Voyages. I have never traveled Virgin before, so I have a lot of questions. Let's go ahead and bring Lauren up to answer our questions, and you all join us in the chat. Hey, Lauren, how are you?
I'm fine, Maggie. How are you?
I'm actually good. I'm very excited. I cannot believe when we came back from our cruise last year, you were on it and you said next year, let's do Virgin. And so I'm going to pull up the website, and y'all, I have linked it in the description, and I want to talk about it, and I want you to, let's start with you. Please introduce yourself to the class. Tell us about Robin's Cruise Connections and what you do as a travel agent.
All right. So, good evening, class. I'm Lauren Robbins. I am the owner of Robbins Cruise Connections. Started the agency over 20 years ago after being on, my husband and I went on a cruise for the first time and fell in love with cruising. So wanted to find out how could we continue to cruise. So became a home-based travel agency. So I'm not a brick and mortar agency, but I do everything from my own home. But I am full service. I started off doing cruises, as I said initially, back in 2004, after my first cruise in 2003. So started with cruising. After that, I added on different amenities, I would say. So hotels, all-inclusive resorts, tours, mobility devices. People need scooters and things like that. Just a lot of different things. I work a lot with groups because it's really easier to work with groups because it's like you have everyone going to the same place. So it says, what you do for one, you do for all. So, and right now I cruise as often as I can. I go in on this cruise in November, and after November, I have another cruise in December. I already have 2 books for next year. So yes, that's what I do. I cruise. So other people do other, they have all these other adventures, but we cruise. So yeah.
All right, y'all. So let's talk about this. Sit back and relax. Who do we have here? We've got Lisa, and Cult Jam in the house. We've got Vieta here. Brandon is here, and Jessica is here. So again, this is an open Q&A. We're about 120 days out from our second annual Maggie Meetup. Let me give you all a little bit of story time because I know we always have new people who join us. Y'all, I got a little fruit fly here, but it'll be okay. So my birthday is actually in November 29th. It's always right after Thanksgiving or right around Thanksgiving. And for those of you all who have holiday birthdays, you know that it's just a tough time of year. People are with their family as they should be. And it's always hard for me to plan something with other people. And you all know I have a cooking channel, and people have been asking me ever since I had my channel, Maggie, are you going to have a meetup? Are you going to have a meetup? Let's get together. And we did have a meetup the very first year. It was a cooking class here in Atlanta, and Lauren is actually also here in Atlanta, and she's been one of the scholars for a very long time, one of my day ones. And As you all heard, Lauren and her husband cruise all the time. And so I think someone had just asked again, Maggie, are you going to have a meetup? And I remember thinking, yeah, of course I'll have a meetup, but you all know there's the scheduling, there's the planning, there's the picking the place, there's the timing, there's a lot that goes into it. And so it was just one of those things I put on my list and I was like, all right, I'll get to it one day. Shout out to Lauren. She was in the chat and she said, Maggie, have you ever considered having a cruise for a meetup? And I was like, as a matter of fact, I haven't. And Lauren said she had just gone on a cruise and she saw like a private room set up for a group on that cruise. And she thought of us. And she said, this would be a great way to have a get together with the scholars that want to meet in person. So last year, those of you all who are with us, Lauren set it up. We went on Royal Caribbean out of, was it Port Canaveral, and
Right.
we sailed to the Bahamas and we came back. We had an amazing time, and Lauren has planned our second annual Maggie Meetup Cruise. So I'm going to pull up the website that Lauren has put together for us, and we'll go through everything. And then we will also take a look at the Virgin Voyages website. Lauren is here. You all can answer your questions. I am booked, paid in full. Flights are booked. We are ready. And I know several of you all are coming as well. So you can be listening as far as joining us on this cruise, but also I want Lauren to talk to you all about how she could be of service to you if you're planning any other celebration, family reunion, get together, girls trips. So Lauren, I will let you speak to that while I'm pulling up the website. Why do you like cruising so much, or what other services or events could you handle as a travel agent?
Okay. Well, personally, I like cruising because for me, I'm not an adventurous person, but I like the fact when you go on a cruise, there's so many different things you can do, and you can go unpack for your you don't have to like go from place to place. You're going to different places, but you unpack and the ship takes you to the other places you're going to be. You spend part of the day, and if you're not sure that you want to say spend a week in a particular locale, at least when you go on a cruise, you can say, oh yeah, I want to come back here and I want to definitely spend more time. I like the cruise because it has different activities on board, like the shows, if you want to do the casino, if you want to shop, the different eateries they have on board, the pools, the spa, just the point of relaxing and having to do nothing at all. That's one of the main things for me because I get to reset. Um, no one. I don't have to cook for anyone. I don't have to clean for anyone. I'm taken care of during that time. And I think it's for a working person, it's a great vacation because you can plan for it, you can pay overtime, and enjoy yourself and have the best vacation that you can possibly have.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a look at the website that Lauren put together for us. And Lauren has helped me for our first annual, now our second annual Maggie Meetup Cruise. When I wanted to do a little North Georgia getaway, she came with recommendations. So it's definitely a resource in our community. And again, she has taken all of the heavy lifting off of me. When you all book, Lauren gets you your confirmation number. Everything is set with Virgin Voyages. Even if you want to change your room setup, she has been wonderful to work with. So I highly recommend her. All right, everyone, let's take a look at the website. And this is the same website that I have put in the chat as well as put in the description. So let me bring us down so you all can see. So, and I will drop it one more time. Lauren sets this up for us so you all can get all the information that you need. So you'll see here, we are going on Virgin Voyages. I think this looks beautiful, this at night. I have no idea where this is, but Virgin Voyages is a newer cruise line. Lauren has sailed it multiple times. I have not. So of course, I'll be taking footage for you all who aren't able to come. And we'll be doing some recaps afterwards, but it's not too late. We're 120 days out. So again, this is our second annual meetup. It's going to be 4 nights, and the dates are November 13th through 17th. So if you live somewhere where it's going to be colder weather, um, around Thanksgiving or in the fall, and you want to get that getaway and have some warm weather, maybe have the vacation that you want before you have to host all of the family, this
Yeah.
is going to be a great option for you. I know you're a big advocate for traveling in the fall. Why is that, Lauren?
Well, the fall, if you don't do Thanksgiving and you don't do Christmas, um, the rates are so much better because all the rest of the year, if you think about it, is really high season. Because anytime the children are out of school, the prices go up. So spring break, summer vacation, all those dates, the pricing is much higher than if you go in the fall or after Labor Day, before before Thanksgiving. And then if you go in December, before, I find those 2 weeks before Christmas a pretty good rate as well. And now again, it's best to start planning your vacations further out because we were all in lockdown for so long, post COVID, and people didn't travel. But so now people are traveling and they're finding that everything is being booked up because people are planning further and further advanced, and a lot of the different discounts or deals that we used to know about aren't there anymore. So you have to really plan in advance and to get the type of vacation you want, so you won't be disappointed.
Absolutely. So, again, you all, this has been on the book since we came back last year, and we're going to do this every year. So, I hope you all can join us. Let's go back to the website and take a look at the itinerary so you all can see what to expect for this year's cruise. Now, last year, I think we cruised right after Thanksgiving because my birthday's on the 29th. But unfortunately, this year, I think my birthday is like Thanksgiving weekend. So we are not going to take anyone away from their family. So we are actually going to be sailing away in mid-November. All right. So this cruise set sail out of Miami. So you just need to get yourself to Miami. Our flights are already booked. We are flying from Atlanta. And this cruise is going to be 5 days, 4 nights. And it's I believe, it Wednesday through, is it Sunday?
So the 13th is that Wednesday that we leave. So it's actually 4 days. So 13, 14, 15, 16. Those the four. We get back on the 17th. So I think the 17th is the Friday, I believe.
All right, so I'll take a look at that. But we are going to be sailing the middle of the week. Last year we did Monday through Friday, so this one we're leaving on Wednesday. Now, what I love about this, the ship departs at 6 p.m. I know Lauren and a lot of people will tell you to get there the day before. I'm going to tell you, just get there. We are flying in the morning, but what I love is that it departs a little bit later. Most of the other cruise lines will leave around 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Virgin Voyages is going to pull away at 6 p.m. So that gives you more driving time, but that is all aboard. And you can see here, you need to be there 2 hours before we depart because they will not wait for you. Is that right, Lauren?
Oh no, they wait for no one. The only one they wait for is the captain. So that it's on the captain's time. That's the only person's time that when it comes to cruising is the captain. And as you said, Virgin, the picture you actually see is Virgin, the ship parked or not parked, docked right there at their terminal in Miami, because that's where they're based at right now. So that's the actual terminal in Miami. And they do leave much later in the day or start their embarkation. That's the time that you actually start boarding the ship. So embarkation for Virgin starts approximately 2 p.m. and they have a very easy embarkation. So the one thing they tell you is do not arrive earlier than your time scheduled, because when you actually register for the cruise, you will pick your arrival time. and they tell you not to arrive early because there's no seating or anything outside for you to take prior to. So at the earliest you should be there is like 30 minutes before your time. Um, and then, because I know when we cruised, it was the easiest embarkation I've ever had in all my years of cruising. The um, parking terminal is like right there. So once you park your car, you let me see, what did we do first? We got the no, we you drive up and you take your luggage. Most other cruise lines will have a paper tag that you print out. With Virgin, they don't even have that. What they do is when you get to the port, they have an app, and you go on your app, and they tell you what your room number is, and you tell the porter that's there what your room number is, and then they physically put tags on your luggage for you. Then you go park your car, and then you walk just right back across the breeze. Well, it's not a breezeway, just the walkway, and then you enter the building. Basically, you either get in line to say that's your time, but by the time we parked our car and came back, they said, "Oh, what time? We're going to get on the line." And they said, "Oh, what is your time?" And we told them, they said, "Oh, well, they're already inside the building." So we just went inside, and they have the lines where you walk around to get to the station, but there was no line. We just had to walk through walk through to get to the front. But it was like the easiest thing ever. And I was like, oh, what are we doing? We're on, then they take you into a waiting area, and they board you by either if you've cruised with them before or if you bought any of their packages, then they board those individuals like that. And before we knew it, we were on the ship and went right to our room.
I am so excited. And yes, Lisa says that's a nice touch. And you all know we like nice things here. So I have the app. It says 93 days, y'all, 93 days until we set sail. So it's not too late if you all want to join us. And of course, I'll be documenting this. But, I just want to go ahead and put it out there. You all know that I'm the type to have an agenda from morning to night. But what Lauren said about the cruising, and even if you come on the Maggie Meetup cruise, I always say you can do as much as you want with me or nothing at all. Y'all know I will be dancing and eating some of everything. That's why we're saving these calories. But I love that. If you just want a quiet getaway, it sounds like they have everything in place to make it seamless for you. And I love this. This is Lauren is telling us this is the actual ship at the port in Miami. So I'll be flying out that morning. We'll get to Miami and then just Uber onto the port and just take our time. And I don't know if it'll be dark, but it looks beautiful lit up. So I'm really excited. So we sail out on a Wednesday at 6 p.m., November 13th. And then day 2 is a sailing day, which just means we are on the water the whole time. And if you've cruised before, you know how the new ships are. If you're afraid of the water or think you might get seasick, the newest ships have great technology. I don't think you have to worry about that, but I'm not a doctor, so do what's best for you. So you're going to have all of day 2 on the ship, and we'll take a look at the ship in just a moment. Day 3, we're actually going to stop in Key West, Florida. So we leave Miami and we go south to Key West, Florida. You're going to be able to have free time on Key West from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You do not have to get off. You can stay on the ship. A lot of times the spas and other places will have specials. I've been to Key West before. Someone told me there's some pastries there I need to go try. But other than that, I'm going to get off and then get right back on. On day 4, Virgin Voyages, like all the other cruise lines, have their own private island, and it's called Bimini. And so we're going to be in the Bahamas on their private island from 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. And I've already rented a cabana so we can just sit and relax and watch the water and just enjoy a lazy day on the private island. And then the final day, day 5, we're back to Miami at 6 in the morning. And then I believe you can have breakfast on the ship, and then we'll plan to depart maybe around 10 a.m. What would you add about the itinerary, Lauren? What do people need to know?
Well, for one thing, I would recommend everyone travel with a passport. Um, that's the easiest. We're going to Bimini in Key West, so that's still in the U.S. But once we go to Bahamas, if we, for whatever reason, if we have to get back, say without the ship and have to fly back, we would need a passport, even though they do allow us to still cruise without a because it's a closed loop cruise, meaning it departs and returns to the same starting point in Miami. You can travel without without a passport. You can travel with a driver's license and birth certificate. But that gets funny for women who have been married because you know their birth certificate is not the same as their married name. So so it's just so much easier to travel with a passport. And when you travel now, they have the what is it, Custom and Border, they have the facial recognition. So when you have the passport, you know, they already scanned your passport, they have all your information. So you have one line for individuals without passports and then the line for those who have passports. So those with passports, they just get out the terminal easy because it's like step up to the monitor, smile. Well, I don't know if you have to smile, but you step up to that you know, that screen and it's like, okay, that's Lauren. Okay, let her back in. And then, then you're out. So, but yeah, whereas without the passport, they have to check documents and yeah, so passports. And
I
they go for 10
agree.
years. So if you don't have one, go ahead and get it.
I was just about to say that I'm planning another trip around the holidays, and we're about 90 days out. So 3 months, what is that, 12 weeks out? And I just had to renew my mom's passport. Average passport renewal time is about 6 to 8 weeks. Of course, you can pay extra to expedite. I
Mhm.
think as adults, we should have, you know, a passport anyway, but definitely you don't have to have one, but like Lauren said, it would just be a lot easier. Lisa says, great suggestion. Yeah, absolutely, you all. And I have seen it that way. If you have your documents, they actually have two separate lines and you can breeze through. All right, so this is also on Lauren's website. Again, I'm going to drop it in the link. Anybody who wants to join us, you can go ahead and register and join us on the cruise. Let's talk about what happens when you get on board. Now, one of the things that people do not like about traditional cruises is that a lot of things cost extra, and sometimes you may spend just as much on the ship as you do to reserve it. But Virgin Voyages has a lot that's included in the fare. So you can see here, all of your food is included. As I read, they don't have a premium charge for the nicer restaurants. I know on Royal Caribbean, they have a lot of the buffet style that's included, but if you want more of the like exclusive restaurants, we did pay extra for that. You all saw, we did the review, but that's included. All of the dining. So you all know I'll be sampling everything. You don't even have to pay for tips on Virgin Voyages. So, you know, other cruise lines will charge you per day, per person. So you don't have to pay for tips. And it looks like they have a little wristband here with the technology. They just scan. And so
Mhm.
that's taken care of. Group fitness classes, I don't plan to take any, but if you do, you don't have to pay extra for that. Wi-Fi. This is a big one. Some of you all want to work or want to stay connected when you're on vacation. And so Wi-Fi is actually included on Virgin Voyages. I did pay extra for that on Royal Caribbean. Essential drinks are included, so your juices, your teas, even your sodas, because that is extra on your regular cruise line. And then
Mhm.
your shows and entertainment. So when you reserve, when you get on board, you're not going to have to pay extra for any of the items included here. And I think that's a great touch. What would you add to that, Lauren?
Um, I agree that that's a great touch because it can add up, especially if you're traveling with you know, more than two people. So it does add up. And they do have some a la carte items that you like in the restaurants that you, if you want to, you can get at additional cost. But the restaurants on board Virgin are like your specialty restaurants on board the other cruise lines. So it's like They're fantastic, and they have different Italian, Mexican, seafood. It's just a variety. They have a Korean barbecue. So it's a variety of restaurants that you can partake in. And usually you can own how they do it. You have to register or reserve your dining time prior to your actual sale date, and it's usually 45 days before the sale in that the actual reservations open up. So I know Maggie and I both have alarms set for that date, so we can go in and select the restaurants we want. Because when you get on board, you can probably still go, but it may not be at the times you want, and the restaurants you want may not be available. But yeah, and
I
they
love.
go ahead.
No, please finish.
I was going to say, and they don't have a traditional buffet like the other cruise lines have. They have a area they call the galley, and that galley is like I don't say a cafe. Well, it's sort of like a cafeteria, but they have different stations in the galley, and most you go in and you sit down at the table within the galley, and they have this little flag that you put up when you're ready to order. There's no menu on the table. What they have is you use your phone to scan the QR code, and then the menu comes up for the different stations that are there. So once you decide what you want, you put your flag up, and then the crew will come by and ask you what you want to order. They take your order, and then they bring it back to you to the table. The only thing you have to get, and they'll even get that for you, is your drinks, like your water, your soda, or whatever, because they have drink stations, and you can get your desserts because they have the little stations, and they still hand serve you, but it's not a buffet. You sit down and they bring you your meal.
I love that. For those of us who are used to doing the serving, it is so nice to sit down and be served. So, again, no kids on Virgin Voyages, it's 18 and up only.
Mhm.
And no buffet on Virgin Voyages. It's seated, and whether or not it's the specialty restaurants or, as Lauren has explained, the galley. This will be my first time going, y'all, but just from what I'm hearing, again, shout out to the free Wi-Fi. But scanning a QR code, the menu pops up, and then they bring you what you want. I'm feeling more relaxed already. So I plan to try as many of the different eateries as I can. Would love to have you all join us. And Lauren is right about, again, we're about 90 days out. And so we have taken care of our reservation, and the app, once you download your app, because Lauren will get you booked and you'll get your confirmation number, it tells you, it gives you a pop-up notification. For example, if you are an adventurous type and you want to do the shore excursions, it'll let you know when you can go in and reserve. So when I got that notification, I went ahead and reserved that cabana. So when we get to the private island, I have a place to lay out. So I'm not just walking around, which there's nothing wrong with that. And then again, as we get closer, you'll be able to make reservations at the restaurants, because the specialty restaurants are going to be smaller. It's a little bit more of an intimate dining experience, so they don't have seats for everyone. And you definitely want to reserve so you don't miss the opportunity and have to walk up. We got Ecapone. He was with us last year. He says, "Hola, Maggie and Lauren, 92 more days." I know we're counting down. All right. So for those of you all who want to join us, again, I put the link in the description. I will drop it again. All you need to do And Lauren handles everything, y'all. I don't touch any of this, but you'll come to the website, and then there's the two things here. There's the cruise registration form. So you will fill this out with yourself and whoever you want to travel with, and then just a few basic pieces of information. Submit that, and then you do your credit card authorization. Again, this is Lauren's travel agency. You take care of your payment here, and then immediately, once I did this, I got an email from Virgin Voyages. So Lauren makes it simple. And then if you do it this way, you are part of our group or our circle, because sometimes they have little perks and different things that roll up to those of us who are traveling together. And again, you can spend as much time or none at all with me. So I'm going to move on over to the Virgin Voyages website so we can look at the ship, look at the restaurants, look at the activities on board. But Lauren, what else do they need to know for anybody who wants to join? What is the process from your website?
So the link, either they go to the link or to the website, and you have to pull up the November the 13th through 17th cruise, the fire. I can't say it right now, but that's the cruise. Soiree. Thank you. That is for that day, and you pick the room type that you want. And when you see the price that you see there is the price for the room. So that's for actual two people sharing the cabin or room, unless you put in one person. But the price you see there, that's for two in the room with everything inclusive. So
that's awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look at the website. And I love what Lauren said, you all. So again, your traditional cruise line, they charge you per person. Virgin Voyages is going to charge you per room. All right. So whether you're going by yourself or going with somebody else, you have the room. So let's take a look here. It says world's best cruise line, 2 years and running, best food, best destinations. So that's really exciting. So they have their promotions. I want to take a look at our ship. Let's see if we can find ours. All right, let's see if we can do this. If you go to
the date, if you pick November, and then 3 to 5 nights, like you said, you should be able to search for it.
All right, let's see if it gave me anything. Maybe I have to scroll down. Okay. I know I'm going fast. I didn't
go back up. Did it say hold on. I mean, sorry, back. I mean, which way I don't want. Okay, right there. Cruises from Miami.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so, it's only through. Oh yeah, that's August 24th. I can't even.
All right, so we are going to go to the Caribbean, and we are going to go.
Sail from Miami. Yeah.
Let me put the dates in here. November. Apply.
Yes. Okay. I should narrow it down.
Okay. Let's see what's coming up. All right. 5 nights, Valiant Lady, Dominican Days, Costa Maya. This is ours right here. Fire and Sunset. Okay. So let's take a look at ours. So you all can see here, this is the one November 13th through November 17th. All right. So let's take a look and let's learn about our cruise. All right. So you all can see here, it asks you all the questions. You can just answer. It's a really fun interface. But again, we're leaving from Miami, and this is the circle we're going to take. We're going to go down and to the west to Key West, and then we're going to sail to Bahamas for the private island, and then back to Miami. So that's the cruise that we are doing. We've already gone over the itinerary so you all can see. All right. These are the prices, and they have a promotion now too for new bookings. So you all can see here. And I want to get to, let's look at the cabins.
So
So
you go
you
back over to the right and it says view cabins.
all right, so let's click on this so you all can see. And I have an XL terrace, the C terrace, which just means there's a balcony. Let's take a look at the options here. All
Well,
right.
it's actually an extended balcony.
Oh,
Yeah, so the sea terrace, so they have the sea terrace, which means it's a balcony. So you have your regular sea terrace and you have the XL sea terrace, and it's set up differently. The XL sea terrace is set up differently from the regular sea terrace. So the XL has the bathroom setup is totally different. The commode or toilet is separate from like its own little room. It's
water
all
closet.
yeah, like a water closet. And you have your shower, your rain shower, and you have your double vanity. Whereas the sea terrace, everything is in one. So the commode is, like a traditional cruise room. The commode is right there with the sink, and then you have your shower. But on the extended or XL, it's set up differently. So actually, if necessary, two people could be in the bathroom at the same time because the commode is separate from the rest of the bathroom.
So I love that. So we are going to be in the XL, and I'm loving that this has like a proper shower. You all know some cruise rooms everywhere are going to be smaller, but I love that. You all can see here, we could take a little tour, but we've got 30% more space. And I love that the bathroom has a full shower. I'm really excited about that because, sometimes they're a little bit smaller. Let's see
if you do a 3D tour this cabin, it should be able to take you inside.
Okay.
So you follow you walk through the arrows, walk through the cabin.
So this is going to be our balcony, and we'll be able to see outside. I've heard great things about the hammock, you all, so I'll definitely get a picture of myself in the hammock. Hopefully it'll hold me.
It will. It held me. So that hammock is to die for. Do you understand? So when you first come on to the onto the balcony or the sea terrace, that's their balcony. It's like a chair. So I just thought it was a chair that you could just sit in. So I went out one morning and I was like, okay, can this thing extend and hold me or what? What is it supposed to do? I tell you, I extended myself in that what are we calling it? Hammock. Yeah, hammock. And it was so comfortable. It was like 6:30 in the morning, and I was there reading my fire tablet, my whatever my story I was reading. And next thing I know, I was waking up because I fell asleep. It was just marvelous. So that alone is a reason to go on Virgin, is to have a hammock in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
That sounds amazing. Lisa loves the hammock. I was trying to see if I could get to the bathroom. One other thing I've heard is that room service is included because you all know they don't charge extra for dining. So if you like to wake up a little bit slow, if you don't want to be around a whole bunch of people first thing in the morning, you could order room service to your room. I believe there's like a tablet in here. Everything is touch screen. It can even change the lighting here. You see they have
the mood lighting. Yes.
Mood lighting. Mm-hmm.
It opens the screens. It controls your television. The tablet, you can see the different activity that's going on board. And to get to the bathroom, I don't know, can you go back? I'm sorry. No, don't exit out. The circles on the floor, are they taking, go around. So that one right there at the front. That's it. Okay, so that's just showing that one is just showing you a C terrace. That's not the XL.
All
And
right, so
another
let's
thing
go.
I liked about this room, which I had, like, I watched thousands of, I don't know about thousands, but I watched a lot of videos on Virgin before I cruised, and no one ever mentioned that there's a doorbell that people they can ring outside to your room. I was in a room and I heard the sound. I'm like, what is that? It was a door. It was the room attendant ringing the doorbell. I was like, okay, that's cool. So you see, that's the
Oh my
thing.
goodness. Yes, it's like a home away from home. I'm so excited. So we have the sink here, and you all can see the reflection here. I'll turn it around again. So now we're in the bathroom. You can see the double vanities if two of you all need to get ready at the same time. And then, like Lauren said, we have a private door to the water closet, and then the rain shower to the side of that. So I'm just excited, y'all. We're gonna have a great time,
Yeah.
nice and spacious. The water can come out from the top. So I'm really looking forward to this. Let's take a look. Let's exit here so you all can see. If you don't need all that space, we have the XLC terrace, you have the regular C terrace, you have the I think there's an inside room if you like it. I know Capone is here. He said he loved his last room, and he had the inside room if you like it pitch black dark so you can sleep well. That's an option for you. Shout out to Christopher Williams. Let's take a look now at the ship itself. And again, if you all have any questions, this is Lauren, one of our own. She is our travel agent, and she has put all of this together for our second annual Maggie meetup. So I'm going to go back to the ship. Let's see if we go back here for our Valiant Lady. All right. All right. So that's all about that. Let's go back. I want you all to see a little bit about the ship and the dining and the activities. Where were we? Valiant Lady, Fire and Sunset Soiree. So this is the cruise that we're doing. And again, this is the one that we're doing November 13th through 17th. All right. So I'm going to see if I can get to the ships. Let's go our ships.
Right, it's the Valiant Lady.
All right. Ships for adults. All right. Those of y'all that don't want to be around these
Right.
kids,
Everyone
let's go
18
to
and older.
18 and older. All right. Last year we did everybody welcome. This year y'all said adults only. So let me click on Valiant Lady. All right. So this is the ship that we are going to sail. I think it's beautiful. Love the coloring. All right. So we've got, what is that? 18 different decks here. All right. So we have over 20 different places to eat. I'm going to try and get to as many as I can in 5 days. Of course, they've got bar service, and I have the extra bar tab. I know one of our other travelers got a bar tab included because they booked with us. Let's take a look at the entertainment. I've heard about the Red Party. What can you tell us about the Red Party, Lauren?
Well, that's the night that everything is red on the ship, and everyone is encouraged to wear red. Um, it's called Scarlet Night, and they even have you see there they have a PJ party as well. So bring out your best pajamas. Not well, that's up to you. I was gonna say don't get too risque, but if you do, they don't have a problem because it's adult only. So but it's on a cruise you can do what you want when you want, and with Virgin it's all adults, so they have lots of fun.
Yes, so there's something for everybody. You all know where to find me. I'm sure there's a dance floor somewhere. Look at this, the wall of mirrors. And as far as dress code, I've heard that Virgin is really relaxed. Some of the traditional ships have like a formal night. I don't believe that Virgin does. So you can dress comfortable, casual. I'll be doing some type of resort wear, beach wear, just something that is appropriate. But yes, dance, music, everything. I am so excited. And I don't know. Let's see. Maybe we'll find a video to play. I do want to get to, yes, the eat and drink. This is what I want to see because y'all know we have a cooking channel and I want to know what we can expect on the ship. So let's take a look at the dining. And again, all of this is included. You don't have to pay anything extra. And again, no buffets or big dining halls. Nothing is self-service. They will serve everything. All right. So they have the Wake, which is their steakhouse on board. So we'll definitely have a nice steak meal. And you can even take a look at the menu in advance. And I love that. Look at this, y'all. They show you what it looks like during the daytime. And they even show you what it looks like at night. All right. Razzle dazzle. Let's see. I want to make sure I go through all of these. Okay. So we went to the Wake. That's the steakhouse on board. That looks
Mhm.
lovely. Shout out to our meatitarians. Did you have a favorite, or was all of it good as far as the food?
So my favorite actually was the Mexican restaurant on board. That was my absolute favorite. Um, yeah, that was.
All right, let's make our way down to that. So we've got a casual place on board called Razzle Dazzle. This looks like some bacon and burgers and some fries. Have a good time there. I think this is it. Pink Agave, upscale Mexican. So tell us what you loved about Pink Agave. Y'all know that's my favorite cuisine. I cannot wait to try it.
Right. The service was just excellent, and they had a ribeye steak that was really good. It had a sauce, and then they also provided us. They gave us a comp seafood meal entree that was that was really good. So we just had a great time there and at the Italian restaurant. Um, it's just all good. It's just all good, I believe. It's just I think based on what time you go. Sometimes we didn't go to Gumbe. We had the reservation to Gumbe now, which is their Korean um, eatery, and that day we happened to get room service. Now there's no charge for room service if you buy a drink. So that's the kind of so there's a thing with that. But we for room service that day, and they have these little I would say canister. Well, it's not a well trays canister, but it's a setup for their room service. So they bring everything to you in these little packages, I would say, and inside of it they will have whatever entree you ordered. So we had ordered New York strip. We had a fish entree. We had dessert. We had all of that. So for room service, and I ordered a what was it like a kombucha drink, like two kombucha. So that's what I. But because I had a bar tab, I used that and didn't have to pay for room service. But after we finished eating, I was like, okay, I don't have any room for to go to the Korean barbecue now. So
I'll have
and the
to
thing,
find it.
and the thing about they will bring you room service wherever you are on the ship based on your on your app. So because if locate so if you happen to be poolside or whatever and you want to order something from room service menu, they'll bring it there too. And also if you're a champagne drinker, you have to if you have a bar tab or you pay for it individually, you shake your phone and they'll show up and bring you your champagne.
Well, I'm ready. I got the I think it's the romance package or whatever. Y'all, they will bring room service not only to your room, but wherever you are. Oh my goodness. I can't wait, y'all.
You got the app shake down. Okay,
I
good.
did. Look, for research purposes, all right? I got to try everything so I can report back to the scholars. So let's see what else they have for dining. And then if you all have any last minute questions, we're going to be wrapping up here. So we saw their steakhouse, we saw their casual, we saw their Mexican inspired. This is Korean barbecue. So if you like Asian cuisine, they have all of that here at Gumbe. I'm just going to find ways to power through and taste everything if I can. And this is what 45 days out is going to open for us to reserve. And what I like to do is try and get a different restaurant each night. So for those of you all who like that, I'm not trying to cook my own food. Maybe this is great, but you could grill your own food there. I do a lot of cooking, so I want the food to come to me already cooked. But I have heard great things about it. So they've got Asian flair and drinks. We definitely have the prepaid bar tab, so we'll be able to enjoy our champagne. This is the Italian restaurant on board. I love the name. It's called Extra Virgin. She shouldn't have her purse on the table, but you all didn't ask me that. There's your etiquette tip of the day: no elbows and no purses. But let's take a look and see here. So, homemade gelato. Oh my goodness, y'all. We could stop right there. Pasta, grilled meat, all of that. So, we'll try out the Italian restaurant and then a lot more. So you all can see here. Ooh, I want to do this. The test kitchen, you all remember the tasting room that I went to before. This one is probably going to be a little bit more adventurous if you like all the fancy chef inspired cuisine. Y'all know I'm definitely going to make a reservation for the test kitchen and give that a try. Let's see what else is on here. I'm not going to say this name. Y'all can read it. The ice cream shop on board with scoops of ice cream. Shout out to Virgin. Y'all wanted adults only.
Yeah.
The dock is so this is on, looks like the back of the ship or on the side. So this is Mediterranean inspired. So those of you all who like that Mediterranean cuisine with a beautiful view, this looks like it's looking at the back of the ship. So you have
Mhm.
the dock available to you. What else do we have for food here? Then they have the dock house. Is that the same food but inside? So it's a counterpart to the view outside. The Dog House is with live acoustic music. So I love the service. Look at the little, ooh, that watermelon salad looks amazing. Y'all, I'm ready. I'm ready to go now. Again, we are 90 days out. There's still time if you want to join us. The link is in the description. What is a cruise without pizza? So I have to ask Lauren, how was the pizza on board? Because that's important.
That's the one thing I did not get because every time I went, there was a line. And so that's just a sign that it was good to me because these were personal pan size pizzas. So versus like on the other cruises, there's a slice of pizza, but these were personal pan size. So every time I went, it was like, okay, I'm not waiting online for pizza. So, but anyway, I think a lot of people enjoyed it. Now the
I will
cookies were
have
good.
to.
I got cookies; those were good.
Oh my
The ice
goodness.
cream was
I'll have
good.
to give that a try. Maybe we can order that in advance because I feel like the scholars need to know. I don't know if anybody in the chat has ever been on Virgin Voyages. We've got the social club. So this is your pretzels and hot dogs and milkshakes. So if you like that casual food and your popcorn, excuse me, your brownies and all of that, that's available. And again, no extra charge. All of this is included in the fare. Here's the galley. So this is what Lauren was talking about. So I see the little card on the table, and then you like cafeteria style, but they bring it to you so you can sit down and enjoy your fruit, your salads, your sandwiches. I love this. I just love it. Looks really quaint and really nostalgic. So we'll continue to save those calories. And then the last one is noodle around for Chinatown pasta. For those of you all who like your ramen, there's a ramen place online. So no lack of variety. Lisa says it looks amazing. I think it looks amazing too. I can't wait to try it. I can't wait to order room service. I can't wait to meet those of you all who are coming with us. Of course, I got the Wi-Fi package, so no stream, but I will definitely be posting pictures. But we do this every year, and it's in November, and we planned this last year when we got back. So it's been up for a while. I just wanted to do a Q&A. So anything else that we missed that we need to cover, or anything else that people should consider to join us on the second annual Maggie Meetup?
Well, I would say anyone who decides to join, please do so. And when you look on the link on the top of the page, it should have my name on it. So you can see Lauren Robbins. So you know that this is going to be credited towards Maggie. So that, and then I also, for me personally, even though again, like I said, I started out doing cruises, I also do resorts, all inclusive. I help with groups, reunions, like family or different organizations. I just had, I had a group of like 105 people who cruised, and a lot of them were first time cruises, but this was all a group, and they did a Mediterranean cruise from Rome on Royal Caribbean, and I arranged their tours, their hotel,
Every time.
everything. It was just amazing, and so whatever you're interested in, I can help you with your travel planning.
Yeah, absolutely, you all. I'm so grateful that Lauren reached out to me when she did about having the Maggie meetup at sea. So you all can see here. I mean, again, this will be my first time on Virgin. I have cruised before, but we're looking forward to it. Looking forward to meeting those of you all who are coming with us. It'll be a time to just sit back, relax, do everything you want to, or nothing at all. Get up early and go out on an excursion with me, or sleep in late and order room service. We've got Patsy here. She says, I'm interested. Let's see if I can pull up the comment. She's got a 70th birthday that she's planning for July 2025. So yes, Lauren is your travel agent, you all. She is definitely a wonderful resource. And, you know, with the cruises, it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost us anything. She has a relationship with the cruise lines and they take care of her. So I wanted to make sure you all knew about the Maggie meetup, but also Lauren is here. You can see she is, oh, thank you, Rodney. She is Robbins Cruise Connections. Lauren, if you would put your link in the chat and I'll pull it up as well to your website, but you all can see there she's on all social media as Robbins Cruise Connections. If you need someone to help you, especially if you're planning something for a group, because you all know we just want to go and we want to enjoy. I don't have to be bothered with any of the paperwork. I don't touch any of the money. I am just showing up and we're going to have a great time. So thank you so much, Lauren, for the recommendation, for the support. She is so responsive and it's wonderful to have a professional amongst us who knows what she's doing. You all will see Lauren on the cruise. You will see me on the cruise. You'll see E. Capone. You will see others. And I just can't wait. So again, November 13th. All right, let me get your link here and I'm going to post it up. November 13th is when we depart. So make your way to Miami, book, and make sure that it rolls up under Lauren so she has visibility into everybody that's traveling together. That way we can all stay connected. And I cannot wait to see you all on the ship. And I cannot wait to be on Virgin Voyages for the first time. All right, so let me see if I can pull this up. And then anything to close us out, Lauren?
Cruise more. What is it? The Chick-fil-A cow say eat more chicken, right? I'm going to say, anyway, really take time for yourself and take your vacations. That's really, we work so hard And whatever type of vacation you want to take, please take it. Plan for it. Work will always be there, but you can share your different experiences that you have from your different vacations with friends and family. And I think you'll be the better for it, for putting some relaxation in with all the work that we all do.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. We will love you and leave you here. There's Lauren's website, robinscruiseconnections.com. Check her out. Let her help you with your group travel planning. She will be on the cruise with us. Use the link in the description. Cannot wait to see you all. We're 90 days out. We may do one more of these 60 days out or closer once I get the restaurants booked. But if you have any questions, you can reach out to me or to Lauren, and I will see you all next time. Until then, thank you so much.
Thanks,
And
Maggie. Good
you're
night.
welcome. Good night, everyone.